You know the best part about like running a lot, besides the runner's high, you get the runner's poop. You know, you're like halfway through your run, you're like, shit, I gotta drop something right
Dude.
now.
I thought you meant it in a good way.
No. I straight up last night, I had to cut my workout short. So I did 2 miles running, and then I did chest night. I got maybe 2 workouts in. I'm like, I'm going to shit myself, and I do not want to do it here at the bathroom, like at the gym, so I'm going home.
Are you one of those people that you have to poop at home?
No, I can poop anywhere. It's just I've got compression shorts on, and it felt like it was going to be messy, and the last thing I want is like
a mess while you're in a public place.
Yeah.
I don't know, because Blake, he's very, like, I know people that have to poop at home.
Really?
Like he is. He's like, I think he finally got to a point where he could poop on campus. But
him a while.
it was definitely where he's like,
Bless you, Blake.
has to be like at home, like in the safety of his home.
Well, awesome. Yeah, welcome back to another episode of whatever the fuck this is called.
Yeah,
Basically,
I'm Chris Sims.
I'm Nolan Miller.
I'm Mitch Garrett, and we have a special guest with us today.
What?
How about you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Taylor Shaw.
How long have you been sober?
Oh, actually, the whole month of October.
Really?
Wow.
You're
Too.
supporting Mitch.
I
Wow.
am, yeah. I'm not doing all the other crazy shit.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
I mean,
fair.
I
I
wanna
am
say-
staying sober.
I wouldn't call it crazy shit.
Welcome to soberness. Has it changed you?
Not really. I mean, for me at least, it's more of the social aspect. Like
Yeah.
when you're going out with friends or something like that, your natural thing is to go up to the bar and get a drink, or like when you're going out to dinner, someone asks you what you want to drink, you're like, oh, I guess water.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. Are you doing
I'll have a
the
chocolate
no
milk.
caffeine either?
oh god, no.
I was gonna say, yeah, me neither.
You guys are a whole bunch of pussies.
Hey, and you know what?
Your mother watches this.
Exactly.
Good. Hello, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie, welcome
I-
back, Jackie.
I-
Shout out Jackie every episode,
she
honestly.
bless her heart. She told me the other day. She's like, I sit down every time it's released. I sit down on my lunch break and I listen to you guys while I eat lunch. I'm like,
Wow.
oh my god.
Well, shout out her other coworker, Jody Sapper, because she does my taxes, and when
nice.
tax season last year, she's like, I want to listen to your podcast, but we can't find it anywhere. I was like, oh, what do you listen on? She's like, we listen to it on Stitcher, and I was like, I have no idea what that is. So then I
Really?
was
That's
like,
what got us into
what?
Stitcher?
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
literally.
Damn,
So shout
okay.
out Jody for that.
Maybe
Jackie, I'm gonna try my best not to swear for you.
Yeah, do we need a
that's
swear
a
jar?
lie.
Or a swear tally?
I wish I had a little
But we need a
clicker.
little swear jar.
Yeah.
Or tally on the board.
If
too.
if I sit there and edit this, I could literally have a little
Like
digital
ding,
counter.
ding,
Yeah.
yeah, you could.
Okay. In my defense, mother, I did quite a good job last week. I think I only said it like 4 or 5 times. I went
what?
through. I said the very naughty F word.
Oh, an
Oh.
F-bomb.
Damn,
Yeah.
friends
Nice.
are F is for
Friends,
friends.
you do stuff together.
U is for uranium
Bomb.
bombs. N is for plankton. Oh, N is for no surviving.
We get it.
Wow.
We get it.
Oh man.
So
23
I
days.
think I've decided that the second that I hit 50 miles, I don't think I'm running another mile.
For like the rest of your life.
No, because I do. Me and Chris are gonna do a marathon at some point,
Some
and I think this sober October has also taught me that for the running aspect that I need to do the marathon sooner than later, because getting older does not help running whatsoever,
Not at all.
dude.
Your
Dude.
body falls
That's
apart.
fair.
No, I'm seriously like in high school, like running a 6-minute mile while it was still like fast. It was like it wasn't hard, but like now I'm pushing a 7-minute mile. I'm like,
Dude, it's
Yeah.
Man. I've also like started to do the treadmill a little bit more because like I just do it right after work, and I don't want to, because I can change and go straight to the gym at my work instead of changing, driving to Gray's Lake, getting out of my car.
oh, you
running.
drive to Gray's Lake. You run at Gray's Lake.
Yeah, I've been running at Gray's Lake.
I thought you just ran out in the hood.
I did 2 laps. I have a couple times. Really
I would.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Just-
get to see some shit. But then I started running Gray's Lake because it's like 2 laps is 4 miles on the dot. So that's what I've kind of
Oh, wow.
determined as my. I run 4 miles every time I run and say that's good enough. So
Not too shabby.
Yeah, dude.
That sounds
I like
pretty
that.
good to me.
yeah, it works.
I can't run 4 miles.
It's
Yeah,
been
you
brutal.
could.
It's brutal, but I
Yeah.
feel the same way. In high school, I felt like I could just like run. If someone told me to run 5 miles, I'd be like, okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
do
gonna
it.
fucking suck,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah, but now I get like a mile in, and I'm like, dang.
And that's the thing. I'm curious as to like if the alcohol is still working out of my system. Like I don't know if that's still having a hindrance on me. Like because of all the years of binge drinking in college, I don't know if it's still like. Yeah. Okay. You know how long? Yeah. I mean the lasting effects of it is what I'm saying. Like your body's still adjusting. Your body doesn't just adjust in a week or
Yeah.
two to that. It's
Yeah.
still constantly adjusting.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not going to. But I would be curious to see like not just a month from now, but like 3 months from now, if I still
Yeah,
didn't
true.
drink or do anything, what I'd be at.
Chris, I think you finally caught up.
Oh yes, I had
Yeah.
put in some work. I'm at 35 miles today.
35.7 according
Okay.
to the screen over
Yeah.
here. It'll be in the
Technicalities.
How many
corner
push-ups
here.
you got?
I think I'm at 335.
Holy
push-ups.
Yeah, you're
shit.
just killing us.
Oh
I
my
might
God.
do some push-ups during this podcast.
Oh yes, do it.
just draw down, just crank out a couple push-ups. You know.
Real douchebag.
That's pretty good, dude. I like now we're all neck and neck. I was worried there
Yeah,
for a second.
dude.
You only had 8, but you've been cranking.
You had
out
8 at
miles,
halfway
dude.
of the halfway in the month.
A week
8.
later.
Yeah.
Yo, but how many?
20 miles more?
Yeah.
Well, like 18 because
Some-
you're at
Holy
35 and you had 8.
Shit, dude.
No, don't worry. I'll be done within 4 days.
What about you? Are you gonna be?
Oh, I'm gonna beat you both.
Are you gonna go after over 50? Or
Yeah,
you
we're
done?
aiming for 60.
Oh,
69.
damn. Okay.
69. You would
Have
do
fun with
69.
that.
I don't know about
Of course you would, dude.
60. At this point, 60 is still doable for me, but 69, 70, dude.
Yeah.
I don't care, dude. I just want to get my 50. That was the challenge.
That was the challenge.
I've also determined that. I mean, shout out to everybody who is sober and who did sober October, but I've also, like, I don't feel like I'm a better person at all.
Yeah,
I still
no.
feel like I'm the same old piece of
Same.
shit.
Yeah.
So, like,
For definitely. And that
I don't feel like I've found myself in this month or some shit like you're supposed to. I don't know.
I'll
No.
write a novel. I'm coming out with my second autobiography.
I was sober for 1 month.
Yes.
that's what I mean though. That's like what happens if a month isn't enough time to do it?
Yeah, what if you pushed it to, like, theoretically, again, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But a year
Yeah, dude.
Or like the rest of your life.
or the rest of your life, that would be
Wow.
insane.
You found God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest of my life, but definitely like a year. If someone was like, I will pay you like I don't know.
lump sum.
money.
Like, here's 10 grand.
I'll pay you a structured settlement.
Here's 10 grand. Be sober for a year. Easy.
Oh,
Easy clap.
10 grand? Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, I'd
easy
probably do
clap.
it for, like, what's the minimum amount that you would do?
10 grand.
12,000.
12,000? Why
Yeah.
12?
12,000 or 1,200?
12,000.
What's a year of rent? Right now I'm paying 4 times 12, 6,000, probably $6,000. I'll take 6,000, yeah.
I just want
Yeah,
1,000
I think
a month.
I'm paying like close to like 8,000 a year in
Yeah.
rent. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard.
10 is good.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Pays for my rent, and pays the other 2 grand
Yeah.
will go towards something
Stocks.
fun. Well, yeah, we'll go towards something. So I'm not.
401k.
Dude, I've been. I don't know. Maybe it's just a month, but I feel like I've been more sad this month than I have been.
Dude, I've been back.
I don't,
I've
maybe
been-
sad isn't the right word, but like just kind of like down.
I have noticed that I am drinking more pop again because I was at to the point where I was drinking. I would drink coffee in the morning. I would drink pop at lunch, and I hated doing that. So then I cut it back to just drinking coffee, and now I'm back on coffee and pop, and I'm like, this needs to switch. But
Let's get yourself some espresso.
Yeah.
Let's make some shots in the morning, shots in the afternoon.
yeah, dude, I don't know.
Not for me. No caffeine for this boy. But
Yeah, that's good. I need to get back drinking water and alcohol, but you know, it's
One
fun.
more week.
One more week. Yeah, we got a week in 2 days, dude.
Yeah,
Next
and then
Friday.
Halloween, Mitch's birthday.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Are we
Quarter
just,
life crisis.
Quarter life crisis.
dude? Yeah, you are gonna be 25.
That's
bro.
that's where the name is coming from when I say we should pretend, little sneak peek here.
Little sneak peek, yeah.
We've been
Names.
brainstorming names, and there's been quite a few good ones that have been coming up. But I at least me personally, I'm really set on quarter life crisis
I do like that.
Yeah.
because I
Sums
will
it up.
literally be
a
25 next week.
Quarter life crisis, that's fine. Yeah,
Dude.
25, man. Do you feel like you're gonna be 25?
I still feel like I'm like 20 years old
Yeah.
Dude, I
for sure.
yeah,
Like
I get that.
I've definitely grown as a person, and I've definitely changed. But I feel like I don't know what it is, but I still feel the same as like I did when I
Yeah.
was like 20.
I get that.
Because where's the separation between adult and child?
Yeah.
That's your quarter life crisis.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
that's
I'm
also-
buying a Corvette next summer. I'm
Oh,
gonna
hell
start
yeah.
dyeing my hair to make sure I'm not showing any gray. You know.
He already got a plan set.
But that's also like the argument, like when you're a little kid, you're like, oh, middle schoolers are big kids, and then you become a middle schooler, and you're like, oh, high schoolers are big kids. Yep, and then it
Become a
just
high
keeps going, yeah. And now you're 25-year-old still kids, bro. Mac Miller, baby, he said it. He said it, man. We're all kids. R.I.P.
Yes.
So Mitchell,
Yes.
how's it feel to be 25, baby?
Shut the fuck up. I'm not 25 yet. Still 24.
Hey, that's cool.
24.
I don't know,
Set
man.
up for the next week.
Yeah, Halloween, baby. It's coming up. Does anybody have any costume ideas? Does anybody know what they're gonna be?
Anybody? I'll
No,
start.
I have no clue.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
I'm gonna go as Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Do you already have the costume bought?
It's coming in the mail.
Oh,
I'm
so
getting a Stitch
it's
onesie.
paid for.
Yes. It's just getting delivered.
Nice.
Yeah.
Taylor?
I don't know, man. Costumes are expensive. So, like, if you're not making it yourself, you're spending
Okay,
like 50 plus.
Yeah,
on a
let's talk
costume.
about the most problematic kid when it comes to costume buying, Mitch. You work in the system and whatnot. You jerk.
Oh, yeah. This kid last year was Katy Perry's Left Shark. And
Yeah.
then-
Oh, yeah. Because Jeff Bezos is really hurting right now.
Shout out Jeff Bezos. Thank you for listening to the podcast. We
Dude.
appreciate the view.
Dude, like Jeff Bezos is really hurting. I'm sorry that I had the genius move to buy a costume off Amazon, wear it, and then return it. My bad.
After
Like
a night of binge drinking.
I only had a Four Loko. Okay, I wouldn't consider that binge drinking.
I don't think I've ever drank a full Four Loko. I've taken sips, but I've never like bought one
I
for
don't know if
myself.
I've ever, like, had a drink of one.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Good.
Just
They
never
can
have.
they can knock you on your ass, that's for sure.
That's what I've heard. I've seen someone shotgun a Four Loko.
I've
That
seen
was
some-
not pretty.
I've seen people beer bong Four Locos
Yeah.
at South Padre Island on.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
On
Of
free
what- it was
bread.
like, I'm like,
It
why,
was
why? South Padre.
disgusting.
Never mind.
It was
No
the
questions.
nastiest thing that I've ever seen in my life. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Because, like, just the taste of them, it's like, how could you chug that shit? Ugh.
So I think my favorite Halloween costume growing up had to have been, I was a skeleton and it had like one of those masks with a couple tubes on it that had like fake blood going around. And I think I legitimately scared this old lady because I went up to her, old lady, she's probably like 30, whatever. But
Old
yeah,
old
I
to
mean,
you.
I was just a little 9-year-old scoundrel. Is that correct? Scoundrel. There we go.
There you go.
And then, but the mask, it was cool. It had like a little heart thing that I could squeeze.
Was
and
it like
fake
the
blood.
Scream mask?
Yeah, I think
That-
it might have been. It might have
I think
been.
it was just a skull.
Or a
'cause I know
skull,
the-
it was-
it's- I
yeah.
know the exact one you're talking about, my
Yeah.
brother.
I always thought it was.
And
Scream
you would
mask, but
squeeze
yeah,
and it
yeah.
had like food coloring in it and it would look like blood. And I think I legitimately made this lady scared, which was dope. So then I was like hyped going around with my mom and dad and stuff.
I'm spooky.
And that's another thing, yeah. But I'll get back into that. What about you guys? What's your favorite?
Well, so I never really went too much spooky. I know that. I went more on the cute or creative side.
Oh.
So I was like a little cowboy when I was like probably 9. you
Okay.
know, belt buckle and boots, walking around trying to get that Copenhagen long.
Yeah, damn straight.
Copenhagen.
Coors in the hand.
Copenhagen long cut.
A cute drunk and chewer.
You know, that's another
I
thing.
need the spit cup.
Hey, you know what Iowa's favorite candy is during Halloween?
Bush Light.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope, Coors Line.
You
No,
know?
fuck Bush Light.
We're still on the
on
hate
the
train.
Yep.
Yeah, it's still on the hate train.
Bush
for
Light who? Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Mitch, what about you?
Alcohol, never heard of her.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
basically, drinking is very bad. Kids.
Drinking is very bad.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember some of the costumes I had growing up.
Get on the spot like that.
I mean, growing up as a little kid, there was I think there were, because I always wanted to be like a race car driver growing up.
Oh,
I was-
dude,
yeah.
who didn't, dude? I
And
still have.
there was
that
like some
dream,
like
bro.
animated NASCAR series. I can't think of the name of it, but there was like a driver.
Cars?
Speed
No,
Racer.
no, not the Pixar film.
Speed Racer, like Chris
No, it was like an actual like NASCAR branded like cartoon.
said? Okay.
And it was like one of the drivers from that. And it was like this bright red with like these big yellow shoulder pads and all these logos on it. I'm like, I'm fucking cool. Like, look
Yeah.
at me. I'm
Perfect.
sure there is somewhere out there's a picture that I could pull up.
Okay.
I'm
Jackie,
actually,
we're counting on you.
yeah, I'm actually going to hunt for this quick on Facebook and I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I think there's such a thing that exists. Taylor, what you got? What's your
Yeah.
favorite?
Oh gosh, I don't know. You can't put me on the spot like that. And it's hard to think about anything I've been ever. I don't know. I'm trying to think what I've been, even in college. Last year I was a witch.
Which?
That was kind of fun.
You're that every year,
Witchy woman.
every day.
Yeah, I feel like
I was a deer
Oh,
the year I
yes.
met Mitch.
Oh
He
yeah,
was,
okay,
when he was
okay.
left shark, I was a deer. That was actually probably one of my more creative costumes.
I feel like
Even though
there's.
it sounds so basic, because
Thank you.
everyone is a deer now.
Yeah, I feel like
What are
women have-
you?
I feel like women have like such an easy cop out when it comes to Halloween costumes.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I'm just a slutty nurse or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a mouse, duh.
yeah, exactly. A mouse, no shit.
Think
Huh.
I have to dress up this week for my job.
Oh my
So I
god.
think I'm gonna be like Alice in Wonderland.
Ooh, that would be cool,
Really?
actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
I was
I-
gonna be
very nice.
Elsa. My kids told me I should be Elsa, but
Mm.
I
With the
couldn't with the hair.
platinum blonde hair.
Yeah,
Nah,
but I
yeah,
couldn't
for
find a
sure.
good. I couldn't find a good costume on Amazon that would ship fast enough. So.
Yeah.
True, true.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
I don't know,
Jackie,
this
you're
year's-
disappointing me. I can't
This year's
find
kind of
this.
different for Halloween for us because now that I live in the house, we live in like an actual neighborhood.
Yeah,
so
you're gonna.
now we have to be like adult mode and like have little kids. I don't
Yeah,
even
we're
know
doing
what
that
my.
too.
Are you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have candy. We bought candy at
We need-
Costco.
We
You're
need to
knocking
buy more
Costco.
candy. We have
No,
like
we
a bag.
don't.
I think yeah. I mean, so what's your policy? Because like I used to do it like
One piece
at my
of candy, you little cheap
I'm not asking that.
bastards.
I'm not asking that. What's your policy though? Because like I used to do it at my parents' house, like when I didn't dress up anymore. What's your policy on jokes? Like
Wait, what?
If they don't make me laugh, you get kicked in the face and you get no
Oh,
candy.
wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Dude,
I'm
like
kidding.
the kids gotta have a joke. The kids got.
Oh, yeah.
Unless there's like extenuating situations.
I saw a post today on social media,
We
and
are
it was
going
someone
way
talking
back in
about
time.
like Halloween last year or whatever,
There's,
and she was
tag
like,
photos?
yeah, like all these cute kids came up, and then I was like packing up, getting ready to go inside. Like it was almost over. Trick or treat was almost over, and then this kid comes up and he's dressed in all red, and I'm like, what? And he goes, I'm your period. Sorry, I'm late.
Oh my god!
All
right, bud,
he
you
got
get
the
the-
rest of the candy.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
you get the rest of the candy
Please
here,
leave
bud.
me the hell alone and take all my candy.
No way.
But thank you for coming at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Is that-
Okay, I am like in the depths of
Yeah.
my Facebook. Yeah, look at that.
man.
That's not screen recording right now.
Let me
so-
tell you. Let me tell you.
Sexy.
Yeah, I know.
Mitch used to fuck. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Like,
So I will just have to ask my mom for that photo, and I'll superimpose it somewhere in
Jackie,
here.
we're
But
counting on you.
yeah,
but yeah, dude, I don't know. I gotta make sure kids. I don't know what's the minimum age. I feel like if you're 6 or 7.
if you can form full sentences, you better have a joke.
Yeah, dude. That's.
I'm
what
sorry, no
talking
free
about.
handouts.
Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
I don't fuck with that shit, boy.
So wait,
Get those kids out of here.
If they don't have a joke, they don't get candy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, cute.
Later.
No way.
You're a really good cowboy.
No,
please.
I'm not. I'm there. When you walk up, I'm gonna have a sign on the door that basically says, "If you want candy, have a joke ready." Like
Oh
no, you. I'm not handing kid. No, listen, these kids are gonna learn.
Stuck with this mean guy that.
No, I. Oh,
Doesn't hand
knock
out
knock.
candy.
Who's there? Orange. Orange
Orange
glad I didn't
shoes.
say banana. Like,
laugh.
dude, it doesn't have to make me laugh. Like, just put some effort into it. I'm sorry, I'm not Bernie Sanders. I'm not just handing out candy to these kids.
You get a piece. You get a piece.
Guess what?
Candy.
Yeah, I'm not Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
There
You
we
have to
go.
work for it. I had to work for. I
Just
can't.
candy.
I can't tell you how many times I had to be like in
So
my neighborhood.
scared, dude. I was so scared all
Like,
the time. Dude,
you had to.
I
but-
hated being like.
This
I
is
hated
where my
like
social
selling.
anxiety came from. It
Yeah,
stemmed from
dude,
trick or treat as a
yeah,
kid.
dude, trick or treating and like selling like all the school programs.
Dude,
sell
I hated
magazines,
those
dude. Oh
things.
my god, bro.
Hated those.
I just like, I can talk to people now, obviously, but like, oh my god, dude, I hated selling anything. Just give me money. That's all. That's like, that's literally it. I don't want to. Oh, how are you today? Would you like to support the Boy Scouts? Like, nah, dude, that shit was the worst. What?
So you're not into MLMs, is what I'm hearing.
What is that?
Multi-level marketing schemes, so shit like Amway and
Oh,
stuff
dude,
like that.
not you know.
It works.
Looking at your feed, you're so pretty. I think that you would be really great for our program. I think you could make a lot of money.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, well, I don't have.
It's been like
I don't have tits, so no.
Yeah,
I don't
female,
get that.
like takes over females' lives.
It's terrible.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I guess
I
that
get
would.
one. I had one the other month that they verbally abused me.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't want to send actual text messages, so they sent voice messages.
Yeah, it was voice message, dude.
Or voice memos.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Weird.
So you can't screenshot it and send it to people. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, because they know, dude. All the Amway people are like, oh, we're not Amway. We're actually called this and this and this, and we do everything that Amway does. We just don't identify as being Amway.
Basically, it's someone being like, we're Amway, but we changed. It's us. We changed our name. Everything else is the same.
Yep. And they target college age broke ass students.
Dude,
so
it's a
sense.
vicious cycle.
Dude, it is.
It's awful. I guess that's sort of like a segue into the present. Talking about the present here. I mean, I don't know the time wise. I don't have anything to go off of because the camera's being wonky.
Cool.
This episode's gonna be kind of weird cutting the stuff together. But I, as in present day, things I have to worry about and things that, or should we wait and still talk about our past a little bit more before we move on?
I don't care what you do.
We'll roll the punches, baby.
All right, we'll move on then. Basically, there was one time I was subject to Amway stuff. One time in my life, or any multi-level marketing scheme. One time. And it was Cole Smith's older brother.
Oh.
Me too, dude. Me too.
And he did it while he was tutoring me. Like a straight up I was. It wasn't like, oh, hey, can you help me? I went through DMAC's program to get tutoring on Calc 1, and they assigned me, him to be my tutor, and DMAC had the free tutoring program. So, he was getting paid
Yep.
to tutor me.
And also get that bread, bro.
Yeah. And I remember he brought it up, and I had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
He had these energy drinks. And at first I thought it was just straight up energy drinks. I didn't know, I had no idea what this stuff was.
Dude, they give you powers, bro.
You can make so much money if you sell them, bro.
Yeah. Well, and that was the thing. He's like, yeah, this and this, and I think you'd be really interested. And I'm like, you know what? I'm broke as shit, but I told him, I'll look into it. I'll keep you posted. And he kept on trying to push it for the rest of the time. I'm like,
dude, that's
I'm
what
like,
they do.
dude, I'm not going to give you an answer right now. And I'm glad I didn't. I will go look it up. And I went home and I started digging, and then I found their website. I'm like, this shit's expensive.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, holy fuck! You're telling me I have to buy this stuff and resell it for more than this? Right away, I'm granted that I at least had the logic to be like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, no joke.
And that's before I even knew what it was. I thought it was something normal for people to do. I'm like, no, there's no way. I don't have the time to dedicate to this. I'm going to school. And I started looking more, and then I started finding out about Amway and all these scams and shit. And I'm like, is this real? And I started digging through. I spent so much time on the internet that night just digging into Amway. I'm like, this is a goddamn cult.
Yeah, dude.
That sells
Yeah,
things.
bro. It really is. It really is. It's a problem.
Yeah, but since then, never had an issue. So when I see you get messages, I won't say all the time, but a decent amount, and the way that, oh my God, you look so pretty.
Makeup and lotion. Yeah, that's some bogus for sure.
Sorry. Curse word. This one says, hey, Taylor, I know this is super random. Of quirky.
Wow.
But hear me out. We are just looking at your page, and we may have
Is this on
have an
Instagram?
yeah.
Of course.
We may have an
post.
opportunity that we think you'd kill with us.
Oh.
We have girls that we help make 3 to 4K in their first couple months, and we definitely see that potential here. Your feed is literally so pretty. I'm obsessed.
Do you know this person?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
This one, they're from Texas A&M.
Gig 'em.
dude.
One of them's a cheerleader.
Gig 'em, bro.
Gig 'em Aggies,
Dude.
baby.
We'll
Oh,
screen.
sorry.
We'll put their ads on the screen. One of them changed their.
Oh, dude, horns down. Horns down.
That's
bro.
Texas, not Texas A&M.
Yeah.
No,
that's why I
but-
fucked up. I was like, oh shit.
Eh.
But hell, Satan.
Oh my.
Wait a minute.
Shout out Satan. Shout out
Yeah.
Texas
But yeah, no,
A&M.
this was like they attacked me like as a group. It was me and 3 other girls that like sold this stuff, and they came at me like as a group. I was like,
Wow.
holy,
So it is a
holy
cult.
moly.
It's
Oh,
it's
dude,
predatory, dude.
Huh.
Straight up.
It is.
Yeah, and like I was like, can't really imagine myself selling this scam stuff. Imagine having like ton of like lawsuits against your company. Wow, like and then trying to force it on other girls. I'm like, couldn't be me.
Well, lawsuits
they
on the company. What do
lost
you mean?
Their
Was it?
shit.
Wait,
was
what?
It was
works-
Monet.
Monet.
What
whatever.
happened?
I'll let you explain it.
Well, a lot of like people like filed lawsuits against them because like they started like losing their hair and shit. Or, like,
Oh,
didn't
God.
they?
Yeah, they were. So
Jesus.
people were using Monet shampoo on kids, and the kids were losing their hair. So we're talking like little 7
And
to
they
8 year old
were like,
Sally
well,
was.
If you actually did research, you would know that none of those are like. Like we won every single one of those. I'm like that doesn't prove anything. Like
Define one because OJ won his trial.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
yeah.
And he wrote a book. If I
I
did
did it.
commit the murder,
And
bitch.
it's like show me that paycheck where you made 3 to 4K in your first month. Like
Yeah,
That-
give me your
show
routing
me.
number and your bank account.
No,
I
I
get that
straight
for
up,
sure.
I tell everyone now. The easy pull the Wolf of Wall Street on them.
Yeah.
When they say you'll make this much, I'm like, show me a paycheck. Say that you make
I'll
70K.
pay my-
Yeah,
I'll quit my job.
I will quit my job right now. Come work for you. That's
Frankie.
straight up. Send them that clip. I will find that clip on YouTube, and we just need that hyperlink. Whenever that happens, you send it to them.
Dude,
You
okay,
show me
so,
a pay stub for that, and I will fucking quit my
my
day
job.
job.
Yeah.
so literally today, I don't know why that made me think of it, but it was because of the like lawsuit and just like scams and all that. I got an email, quote unquote, from
Air quotes.
Apple support today.
I'm sure
On
That
your work,
was
on your
like-
work email.
No, on my
Oh.
personal email, they said your account's been locked. Blah 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 blah, and I clicked on the link, and then right away I saw that like it wasn't an Apple link, and then I exited out of it right away on my phone.
You need to check your.
But-
You need to check your passwords and stuff. Like change that.
Yeah, I will. But
Yeah.
but when I went
Besides the
back to
point.
the email, I knew that it was fake because it said like dear Nolan or whatever it is, and they forgot a comma, and I was like, "Fuck you guys." That's
That's what threw it off.
bullshit. Yeah.
Correct
Wasn't
really?
grammar.
That's what I caught. That's how I knew that it was fake. That it
I always
wasn't
catch
actually
it.
from Apple.
You always hover over the link, and when you
Mhm.
hover over the link, it'll show the
show you.
hyperlink. And if it's
Oh,
just
I was on my phone though.
gotcha. And even then, check the sender as well.
Yeah.
And Apple's never gonna send you stuff saying your account's
and,
compromised.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it.
Your
I'm an
Apple
idiot.
account's been compromised.
They fished me. Yeah.
Please don't or please send us $400 in Google Play gift cards. Hold on here.
yeah.
Wait a minute.
First off, you're Apple. Why do you use some Google?
I've seen fake emails that they literally say your Apple account's been compromised. Please send like Google Play gift cards. I'm just like, hold the fuck up here.
Well,
Hold on. You could swear. You could
You can
swear.
swear all
I'm not doing
you
it
want.
for Jackie.
Yeah. No, I said last week I wasn't going to.
It's a new,
Fuck it.
It's a new week.
New me, dude. New week,
Hell
new
yeah.
me.
Dude.
All right, so are we just dabbling, restarting what we're talking about here, or what?
Yeah, we're still present day stuff like what we have to deal with. That's why we brought Taylor on. Our fears.
Not a whole lot of female talking yet.
Yeah,
Hey.
no, that's all right.
Hey, I know
Oh.
before the show we were talking about catcalling. Explain your story today.
Okay, so like I've been catcalled like twice in the last month. Like just every day. What'd you say?
I said must be nice.
No.
Oh, I'm beautiful. Oh, my name's Taylor, and I'm
No,
pretty.
okay.
And no.
Listen, Lisa, listen. F off.
toxic.
No, every day on my lunch break, like after I'm done eating lunch, I'll go and I'll take like a 30-minute walk or whatever, just around. Like, I work in Uptown Ankeny. It's a pretty like nice area.
For sure.
Like, there's a lot of just like small businesses and stuff. So like everyone I've met has been like super nice. But then like the first time I got catcalled, the guy like I didn't even know what he said, but like I don't know if anyone. I don't know, but. I'm in work clothes. I had like, you know, a jacket on. Like, I'm just trying to go for a walk. Like, I don't know. But he yelled at me. It was his friend. It was the scrub on the passenger side of his best friend's ride.
Of course.
Ain't gonna get nothing.
Always is.
Yelled at me. And then they threw something out their window. They threw like a box of like leftovers from a restaurant out their window onto the street. Never saw him again. So I had to like go pick up their shit off the street. And
You
throw it
did?
away. I did. I'm not about that littering life.
Yeah.
The trash can was like 10 feet away.
Maybe they
Yeah,
were trying
I
to.
feel like I'm the same
That dude.
way, dude.
Okay, here's what happened. I can now see it.
Oh, no.
I can now see it.
Oh no.
You didn't hear what he said, right? You had no idea what he said. That motherfucker yelled Kobe and was trying to make the food into the garbage. You said the garbage can was like 10 feet away. That dude was like, bet you won't make that food in that garbage can. Bet, brother. And all of a sudden you see this truck drive by and all of a sudden you hear,
No, that wasn't the
"Ah!"
truck.
and then food come out the window and you're like, what the hell? Like, they yelling at me? No, that dude straight up last season Kobe'd that food onto the
I'm going to choose
streets.
to believe that side.
How do you
Sorry.
you want to know how I know Kobe's the best basketball player of all time?
How?
Because when you shoot garbage into the garbage can, you don't yell LeBron.
Yeah, dude. You don't.
You yell Kobe.
Kobe.
Yep,
Sports.
that's fair.
Sports ball.
But then, like, today I got catcalled again. I was the only one on this damn street. And I hear, like, this blaring horn behind me. Like, meh, 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 meh. And I'm like, what? I don't turn around. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
of
like, maybe he's
course,
honking
yeah.
at us. But then he, like, gets up right next to me. He's still blaring his horn. I, like, look. And he's, like, trying to, like, wave and get my attention. I'm like,
How old of a dude?
what? I didn't even, like, see him because he was, like, driving. He didn't, like,
Okay.
stop. Okay, I'm not going to flip him off. I don't want to attract more attention to myself. I'm just, like, move.
Peace.
But I was the only person on this
Throw up
street,
a
and I'm
gang
like,
sign.
Yeah.
Next time the straw.
No, I'm not trying to get my like fingers cut
You gotta
off
show
or
your
something.
gat. You're like, what,
Yeah.
what you doing? Bro?
Start running.
On my work lunch break,
Yeah.
pull out my AR-15 because it's 2019 in America.
You don't think I don't stay strapped with my AK at all times, brother?
Damn straight. There was
Yeah, no, sorry.
there was one time
Blah, blah, blah.
recently I was on work.
On work.
I was on work.
Wow.
I was working and I got catcalled.
Bullshit.
So I swear.
By
dude.
other dudes?
No. I wasn't at work. So this is the situation. I was traveling for work, and for our pool cars, we have to like always have them full tank, so the next person uses them that they have a full tank. So we're coming back from Minnesota, Maple Grove, Minnesota, and we get back into Des Moines and we get gas, and I'm filling up my car, or filling up the pool car, and some girls, two girls getting gas. I have no idea how old they were. I have no idea. But as I was filling up gas, they were driving by. One of them rolled down the window and they're like, "You're hot!" And that's it. That's the end of the story. First time and probably fucking last time that ever happened. But I mean,
I just like don't know. I just don't understand like what drives people to do it. Like, did that like help out your situation at all? Just like screaming "you're hot" out the window and then leaving. Like,
My self-confidence went up 5 points.
I mean,
true.
I was like, okay. And I knew exactly what they said, but then my coworker was also out of the car, and I didn't want to just. I had to be professional, dude. I'm a young professional, bro. So I had to
Yuppie.
ignore it. I had to ignore
Fucking
the
yuppie.
haters. I would have probably yelled something if I was.
Listen
here, dude.
Get off my lawn, kids. No, from a different perspective, the one and only time I wasn't even the one who catcalled, but I was in a car when it happened, and I was like 16 or 17 years old. And
Scooping the loop, probably.
no,
Oh, yeah.
downtown Des Moines. It was like Saturday at like noon,
Okay.
and it was Hunter Fees.
That-
Like, that's
not
like,
Didn't even need it. Yeah. anything from Carlisle,
Stop
if either
right
one of
there.
us say a kid's
Story
name
time.
And I was-
specifically, you know that the situation is just like, yep.
I'm driving Bertha, and some chick, like, mind you, very attractive woman, is rollerblading down the
bless her.
sidewalk.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to the
Okay.
podcast.
And, you know,
Okay.
God bless it. You know, attractive woman listening to this podcast. Rollerblade woman. But no, we're sitting there at the stoplight, and
Asshole.
all of a sudden, I just hear they're rustling around. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And Hunter leans over me because he's in the passenger seat and yells out like nice tits or something obscene. And it's just like, I literally go, shut the fuck up. And she turns around and flips us off. I'm like, sorry. And that's the one and only time, because to me, I've just like, I've definitely yelled things at people, but I've never specifically gone like, hey, you're hot. Like, I've definitely yelled things. Or like Ryan Harder would bark at people.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, would like
good
bark at people,
times.
but I've
Yeah.
like, I myself have never specifically like cat called someone.
And see, the best thing to do is you're just strolling down, you know, in your car. You see someone, you gotta yell, "I bleached my asshole," so then they know you're into butt stuff. I did that in San Diego.
Does that work?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I didn't get none. 'Cause I was into it.
So it didn't work then.
But yeah, I just gotta I randomly yell stuff. I don't try to cat call. Or
Yeah,
anything,
no,
but-
it's to me it's just what's the point? Like
Yeah.
yelling things at anyone, that's funny. But like,
like-
specifically like targeting a person and being like, nice ass, like
you know, or just honking your horn and trying to pull
Yeah.
over and like wave at some random person that's
Just
on the
like,
street.
man, like I'm just trying to take a walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for all this extra attention or like.
no,
for men
basically a
to yell
C-list
at me.
celebrity getting yelled at.
But
on the
it's like
street.
it's fucked up because it's like that's like a thing like that.
Yeah.
Like women like literally have to worry about shit like that. Like I can walk down the street and not have to worry about a goddamn thing. And it's like anymore like girls like have to be conscious all the time. You can't
Travel.
be
Yeah.
drunk ever. Or like
Gotta travel in pairs.
Yeah, dude.
Gotta have
Yeah.
a taser on
It's
you.
scary.
gotta stay strapped, brother.
Gotta stay
Yeah,
strapped.
exactly.
That's the thing. Like
My strap is
I
called
thought about
Mitch.
that too. Like the only thing I have to think about is like getting mugged. Like getting mugged is definitely like a very big possibility for anyone. But like I don't have to worry about like some person. Like I'm definitely past. I'm no longer like 15 years old, so I don't have to worry about some fucker coming scooping me up, throwing me in the back of a van because I'm a 25-year-old white male. Like I'm worthless to these people at this point.
But also at the same time, if someone like for whatever reason would want to kidnap me, if they tried hard enough,
They
they're
could?
probably stronger than me. So,
All right.
so here I am.
Yeah, I mean, what would someone like? I don't know. Like, I definitely don't. I don't think I hold any opinions that would get me like Jeffrey Epstein. You know, like
Well, I mean, it's not that either. Like for women, at least, like I'm a 22-year-old woman, and it's still a very real fear of getting scooped up and sold into like sex slavery and stuff like that. You know,
yeah.
like
And that's real. Like
Yeah, that's
like
real.
in
But you
Iowa.
up.
Yeah, like that. Like in
I grew
Iowa.
up 10 minutes from the world's largest truck stop. That's like the center of it, because there's like
yeah.
two major highways right there that
That's-
you can
that's
get
the
anywhere in
hub.
the country out off of.
That holy shit.
Yeah. It's still like you guys are like, yeah, I'm 25, 24, 25. I don't have to worry about getting scooped up anymore. Like I'm 22 and it's still a very real fear.
I think any.
Wow.
I would almost argue like any
Any
age
woman?
for
Yeah,
any if they
woman.
could.
Oh yeah, they
If
definitely
they can
pick
make
up.
money off of you, yeah.
Yeah,
Any age.
and that's what I mean. Like I'm. No one's picking my ass up, and if they do,
Yeah.
I try me, but because I usually keep a knife on me, but
Oh, I got Jack Johnson,
Knife.
Tom O'Leary
Knife.
waiting for him.
oh my,
Oh,
she a wily one.
I'll fucking find my way through, and if I can, then I'll just take the pants off.
Wow.
No, dude, that's a
Just dead
seriously.
naked.
You want to like stop? Like if you're ever in a fight, like maybe that's something. Do you ever worry about getting into like a fist fight with another woman or like a physical fight?
Well, no. I'd like to think I don't do anything to like.
I definitely feel like that's something more for
No.
guys though. You have to worry about like some
Yeah.
fucking loaded dude.
Yeah,
And when I say
no,
loaded,
like-
I mean like drunk or
Drunk.
high and like coming up to you like, let's
Girls
throw
are
down.
really nice when they're drunk, so like unless
True.
You're a bitch.
Oh my God, you're so. But
I've seen girls throw hands.
50,
Yeah,
that
I
is
mean,
50.
yeah, but you just don't.
it's that with guys and
interact
girls,
with
but like,
them.
but like girls, unless they're like, Ronda Rousey, like, are manageable, like in a
Yeah,
sense.
just pull the hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, and that's like
Vicious.
even like arm length, like unless the
Or
woman
you
is my
guys.
size, coming up to me like if a woman was trying to attack me, and that's the thing too. Like I hope people know I have no problem hitting a woman if she's coming after me. I will straight
That's
up
a
like
whole other can of worms.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go out and just start attacking women. Like that's not the point here. The point is.
Come at me, bro.
I believe in
Point is, come
equal.
fight me if you're a
I believe in equal rights and also equal lefts for anyone that challenges me.
Oh, okay.
And that's I don't care anything about you. You are now a human that is attacking me, and I'm going to treat you the same as. But my whole point is like, if a small woman comes at me, I'm able to like Heisman
I
her.
wouldn't be able to reach Mitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing, you get some like loaded dude, and you get into a fighting situation, you fight or flight. Pull down your pants, dude. Just start getting naked.
Yeah. It's like,
Are you
come at me,
are
bro.
you gonna be?
fight a naked dude?
I
He's
would-
gonna be rolling
yeah.
around on the ground with a naked dude.
I would.
I'll jerk you off. I'll jerk you off with both hands.
I would much rather be the crazy naked dude than the dude that got his ass beat by some fucking
Yeah.
meathead.
Have
Like,
you ever
easy.
Have you ever been close to a fight at a bar or
Yeah,
anything?
no,
Really?
not at a bar, but at Steinbeck.
Really?
Yeah, it
Really?
was what was it? I think it was a Halloween party or somewhere
Always.
around that time. And we were having a party right next door. I was pretty drunk, and some guy in a bucket hat was like, "Hey, you gotta leave. No one wants you here." I was like, "The fuck, dude? I know these fucking people. Like, I live just right next door." He's like, "No, you gotta leave." Tyler, shout out Tyler Lynn, comes up and he's like, "You got a problem with my friend here?" It's like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "You want to go fight?" So, group of my friends, group of boon goons.
And I wouldn't. Yeah, I would not mess with Tyler.
They go out and they're like, "Chris, you can't fight. You gotta sit out." And then one of their guys starts throwing fists. Someone pulls me into my apartment. I start stripping. I come back out in my underwear. I'm like, "No, fucking fight my friend." I was drunk as fuck.
Yep.
And then someone
Is
took me
that just
back
like
inside.
how guys solve all their issues? You want to fight?
No.
You
I
wanna
mean,
fight about it?
Fights
No way.
Fights definitely like sometimes. I wouldn't like two random guys. Not a way to solve a problem. Two close friends definitely say like a fight. It might happen.
Dude.
And let 'em
me-
duke
Straight
it out.
Box each other.
Yeah.
Me and Blake almost got in a fight one time, dude. I'm not even kidding you. One time at Trip Street. I can't even remember what it was about. I just got back from vacation. I was somewhere. And I came back to the apartment and was mad about fucking something. I mean, me and him were screaming at each other, like face to face, like nose to fucking nose. We were both about to punch each other. We lived each other for a year, and then that was the second year we lived together. And we lived together for 4 years, I think. Never fought after that. Like literally, that was the closest that we ever did. And I mean, dead ass. We're about to throw fucking hands.
And that's when you know like the fight. Like sometimes that's just how guys work things out. I've totally watched videos where two dudes just beat the shit out of each other. Get up, shake hands, pat each other on the back, and they're buddies.
Yeah, dude.
Sometimes you just
Yeah.
need to literally beat the piss out of your friend.
But I've never got. I've wrestled with my friends and like
Oh,
that
for
type
sure.
of shit, but like. I've never.
Intent to
I've never.
hurt.
Oh,
even
yeah, no, I've
came
never thrown hands.
I've never came close to punching somebody like to like hurt them.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also a fucking pussy. It's fine.
No,
it's
but
fine.
but bringing back to the whole point is like when you're faced to someone who's like an unknown, you also have to worry: do they have a weapon on them? Do they have any kind of like training, or are they just some fucking meathead that thinks
fucking
because they're
black
big? Like no, it's a serious thing. Like, is this dude like a triple black belt in like 3 different like different types of martial arts, and is he gonna like?
That's why I just got the head.
Look at me and snap my neck,
just
or
got
is
the-
it going to be some big dude that you kick him in the shin and he's down? Like I don't know. So that's why the best thing in that situation, at least make a light of it. If you can escape it, just get naked.
Yeah, baby.
Seriously, just strip.
And if that doesn't work, ground and pound, baby.
While naked.
While naked.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know.
Tell him to beat sand, and, you know, pound. Tell him to pound sand.
Pound sand, baby.
Pound sand.
Keep them close. Don't let them have that leverage.
Or do you think he wants to be the dude that fights the naked guy. No.
Taylor, have you ever wanted to fight a girl?
I came close once in Italy.
Oh,
When we were at a
really?
bar.
With
Yeah.
the foreign
My,
chick, huh?
no, not even.
Oh.
My roommate had too much to drink. We were at a
Oh,
bar.
so
She was
it a
about
friend.
to. She was about to. No, I wasn't about to fight her.
Oh.
God, I love her. No.
Oh,
No, this is
okay.
Kristen.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah.
Fucking Kristen.
She was on her way to throw up. So we were like, bathroom now. And so we were like cutting a bunch of people in line because there's only like one bathroom. And I'm like, move, move, move. I'm like, she's going to throw up. And this girl looks at me. She's like, yeah, I'm sure she is about to throw up. I'm like, Kristen, you want to throw up on her shoes right now? Like,
Throw up
Wow.
on her. That'd be dope.
I was like, you want to keep me standing here? You want to find out? Like, I did almost fight that girl because I was also
Being mom. You were being mom.
Yeah, and I was also kind of inebriated, so
Yeah.
I was ready.
Nice.
That was like the only time though. Every other like experience with a girl has been like positive, other than like if she like bumped me or something.
Yeah, I always feel like at the bars, girls are always like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful."
Yeah,
Blah, blah,
I'm here to
blah,
tell you,
blah,
it's pretty true. Like
Yeah.
the bathroom stories you hear are like pretty damn true.
I mean, guys definitely hype themselves up, each other up too. They definitely dap each other up while they're drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
to their like
Bros, yeah.
they're bros, but not like
Oh,
to
not to random dudes.
Yeah.
Random dudes don't.
Yeah,
owe,
yeah.
I don't owe them shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
But my
for
bros,
sure.
oh hell
You
yeah.
don't know me.
Yeah.
No, I don't have to worry about some person coming up and fighting me. No, I have to worry about dudes. Like,
Yeah, trying to hit on
that's
you.
my worry. Like
Drunk
that's-
dudes.
Yeah.
Like
Dude.
I will not go out without Mitch anymore. Hardly.
Mhm.
Like
They got beer goggles on and they see ass and they're like, it's time to fuck.
Yeah, dude. It's like,
so
yeah,
it's scary.
that's. Ugh.
Man,
It's not
Ugh.
fun.
I've never been like that. I've legitimately never understood how anybody picks up any girl
God,
at a
like
bar.
that?
I've never been
Oh,
like that.
bro.
Like I can't
We're
talk.
good. We're good. Keep
I
it
can't
going.
talk to anybody. I can't talk to any just females at the bar and be like, oh, hey, what's your name? Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
Like I always just mind my own goddamn business when I'm with my friends.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
got to
know.
be like some sort of like
There's got to be some sort
mathematical and like
connection. Like there's got to be like some mutual friend for
Yeah,
me.
exactly,
I can't just like.
you've done your research.
Yeah,
you know her
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
if you are a
movies.
dude, please think like Nolan.
Yeah.
Please just be rational
Yeah, just-
about it.
Sit back and watch.
I mean, at least me personally, guys coming up and talking to girls, like,
Yeah, let's hear
again,
this.
is coming from a dude.
A
Let's hear it. Let's
douchebag,
hear
yeah,
it.
a retired douchebag.
Yeah. Hey, going up and
Hey,
chatting,
Retired.
going up and chatting to a girl is like one thing. Like I've never seen a problem with that. It's when the
Well,
dude
yeah, like, if
can't
you're,
take a
like-
hint.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
that's always been my thing. Like I've had no problem like
Just
way back
talk.
in the day going up to girls and talking to them. It's you can definitely tell. And like my perspective is, why the fuck would I waste my time? Like my time's valuable.
Mhm.
Like here's me being a
Bitch, you
know
super-
who I
yeah.
Know what you're worth, King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, but my thing is just like I could sit here and waste 3 hours of this night mulling over this girl at the bar, or I could just move on to the next one. Like, okay, she said no, whatever.
Come on.
Later.
Okay, but don't be
Later.
that guy going around to every girl.
No,
No.
but
Because we
that's-
see you
Yeah.
and it's gross.
And then it starts to mingle around like,
Yeah.
hey, that's the
No,
guy.
that's not the
Let's
point.
stay.
It's just like
Stay
you
away.
shoot your shot and it didn't work, so you go back to you
Shoot
know
another baby.
Yeah,
shoot,
shoot-
baby.
you
See,
go-
like, no, I
you go
don't-
back to
I
square
don't
one.
mind like if I'm like waiting at the bar for a drink, and you know, because there's a dude next to me, he's also waiting for a drink. If he goes to chat me up for a second, fine.
Fine.
But
Yeah.
like once I get my drink and go, like stay away.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, true.
Like-
you have
like
your
there's
friends.
a
I have my
line.
friends.
Like,
Yeah.
deuces.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Feel it,
definitely. What? Oh, I just drew a mind blank on what I was gonna.
Sorry, I
Nah,
interrupted you.
no.
Brain fart.
Yeah, I had a serious brain fart. Oh my god.
I know what our next
It just
topic
like
should be, though.
just.
Ooh.
Go
Oh,
for it.
yeah.
Just
Oh.
yap
Do
it.
you believe in or have you ever seen this happen
It's
with
fine.
like
Whatever.
dudes in like their group pickup routines? Like
What?
I know one has been like guys always hit on the ugly girl in the group so they can get the attention of the hotter one. Have you ever seen that in action, or have you ever seen some dude try to pull some slick one on a group of girls or anything along those lines?
Oh.
Because
No.
I've definitely heard of this before, where guys will come up and start chatting up the uglier girl in the group
That's
and
just
give.
mean.
Well, no, here's the thing, not like in a mean way, like actually giving her the time of day and interesting her, and
But don't mean it.
Yeah, that's still mean.
You dick.
no, Listen,
This is coming
But
from
yeah,
a
I mean,
douchebag.
have you ever been out with like your girls and
You've
all of
seen a dude-
sudden, like a group of dudes like try to
Flock?
flock?
sort of, yeah. Or a guy like attempting to shoot his shot and like pulling moves, clearly like trying to work his way through the group or anything like that.
So he's playing chess.
Yeah, he's playing the
pawn.
4D chess where he like
God, I don't know if I've like stuck around like long enough to like.
Also, I
watch
feel
this
like
guy
Taylor's a
run
bad
through the group.
example. No offense, Taylor, because
No, that's
Yeah.
fair.
she's like not a bar star.
no,
Never
No.
was.
thank God.
No. No, like I just like haven't been like there like long enough or like with enough people to like watch this happen or like put myself in that situation. I'm always just kind of like no.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Or like you just
Go
don't fucking
away.
care. It's like,
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
I just haven't cared to like pay attention to any
Mhm.
guy. Like I don't know.
see, that's the way to do it.
I'm either with Mitch, so I'm already with a
Mhm.
dude, or I'm
Mhm.
like with a group of girlfriends that like I don't know, just don't really care.
It's like just focus on yourself and your friends. Fuck
Like,
anything else.
Yep,
just
bro.
need-
You got the
You want to
got
chat
the
me up for a
click.
second, fine, but
Mhm.
like do not stick
That's it.
around. I don't know. I'm just not interested. But
What
Yeah.
else? What else we got?
You said you want to move on to the next topic, and we've
No,
yeah,
totally
I got
got
the
it.
next. I got the next.
You got
topic.
Yeah,
it.
that's-
Yap
yeah, that's-
about
We're
it.
gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about hiring for diversity.
oh boy, here we go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's something that you like deal with as a woman. Like I've dealt with it personally. Like, I know Mitch and I've talked about it before. Like the straight white male versus like hiring like for diversity. When I've experienced this twice. First was when I got into industrial design, because like there wasn't a whole lot of women in there. Someone told me like, oh, like it probably helped that you're a woman, like getting into that program. When in reality, we made portfolios that literally all it had on it was our student ID number. Didn't have a name, like nothing, and that's how they judged the portfolio.
Mhm.
It was just you were XYZ student.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
there were
so-
other things too, but
Yeah, yeah.
it was
I
completely
mean,
anonymous. There
yeah,
was
it was
no name,
anonymous.
sex,
Yeah.
orientation, anything attached to these. things.
Okay.
And I was like, well, no. I got into the program because I've got the skills that they want to see, and I wanted to be in the program. It was a mutual selection process. And then, like, again, like, getting a job, it's hard because a lot of companies nowadays with like wanting to be more diverse and like wanting to put that out there that they are diverse, like being not like the super minority, but being a woman, you are counted as a minority.
For sure.
So like I don't know, you gotta ask yourself the question, like, are they hiring me because I'm a woman, or are they hiring me because like I can actually do this job and stuff like that. So that's something I like in a speech class like kind of dove into, was hiring for diversity versus hiring for the role you're hiring for.
Oh wow.
So
That's wild too, because like I mean, it's kind of the same, but like my company, we just I don't know if we just made this a rule or whatnot, but you can talk about your wage openly, like that's just like a standard that they have. So like for that example, your position, you can be like, oh, how much do you make? Oh, why the hell am I not making? I don't know if that's the
Yeah.
case with my company
Yeah.
ever, but because I think, at least for my position, I know that like we all make the same or right about, just tenured because of the amount of time you've been there. But like that's a thing for us now that we're able to speak about wages openly with everybody, which is a progress.
Yeah.
So,
I
for
honestly
sure.
did not know that was like a rule, like you could or couldn't.
It's
Yeah.
usually an unspoken rule a
Yeah.
lot of
Yep.
places.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't talked about it with my coworkers.
well, for sure. I mean, I don't think that's
Yeah.
Unless it's
thing.
stated you
Yeah,
should
yeah.
or you have, I wouldn't bring it up.
No.
No, and I think that hurts everyone in the long run. The hiring for diversity.
Oh, absolutely.
You're putting unfit people into positions.
Yeah, like,
potentially
I would
putting-
much
Yeah.
rather be hired for a position that I like can do, and they feel
Yeah.
like I can perform well in with my skill set, rather than being like, well, we do kind of need another woman on the,
A woman's perspective.
Yeah, which is exactly what we did tonight.
Yeah, we want to be diverse. So
Yeah, we're
not
trying to
really
be-
woman.
we're
It's
trying to-
2019. We're a PC in this podcast.
But I mean, being 2019, that's kind of like everyone's focus. Well, are they a diverse company? Do they hire women
Just
or like people
bullshit.
of color or like stuff like this? Like, I just it's a thing that you worry about or like, you know, think about when you're like in the hiring process, like paying attention to like how many women are there, how many people of color are there, like I don't know, like just it's a tricky thing. Like, did they hire me because they think I can do this job, or do they just want, you know, someone to fill the position?
Another quota.
The token,
For sure.
yeah. However,
The token.
the token woman or
Yeah.
whatever. So
The token
I thought it'd
minority.
be a good topic to talk about because I know Mitch and I have had conversations about this before.
Mhm. I get pretty heated about this topic.
Yeah, because it's like the same thing as like being a dude. Like you don't have to worry about it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna apply
Right,
for this
and-
job, and I either
and-
get it or I don't. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it.
I mean, and like from the straight white male perspective of you three too, I wanted to hear it, like
I
because
wouldn't
there's so much like
I wouldn't say
against the
I'm
straight white male and stuff like that.
I wouldn't say I'm worried. It's just it would really piss me off to find out that my spot was given to someone else solely for the reason of a diversity hire rather than that person being more skilled than me. I don't care if I were to go get hired at a company and someone more skilled gets the job. That's how it should be. But if I were to find out, you know, that they decided that we're going to go with this person because they help make our company look more diverse, and that was the only reason why, I'd be upset.
Yeah.
Because that would be more or less discrimination when you look
Yeah,
at it.
for sure.
And then
We
that-
went with this person because they look better. Like how? Like if I say that verbatim, we picked interviewee, potential worker,
Potentially
hire.
hire.
There I was looking for the word hire. We have hire A and hire B. I'm not gonna say anything. We picked hire A over hire B because he looked better, or they looked better.
Like
If I were to say that statement to you, what would you put into those spots? And no matter what you put there, it's pretty bigoted no matter what race, gender, ethnicity, whatever you want to fill into those spots. I picked them over them because they fit the quota because of how their skin color and their gender.
That's stupid, man.
It's fucked.
Because I mean, you're not gonna put someone like I'm gonna get into sports kind of like you're not
Get
gonna
it.
put someone on the field because they look good.
Yeah,
You're gonna put them on the field because they're gonna do their fucking job.
exactly.
They're a skilled player.
Mm-hmm.
So why not have your company be that way? Because then if you just hire for diversity, that makes your company look bad. Because do you really care about how this company
well,
does?
not look bad, but potentially perform bad.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, that and I
could you also potentially like underpay them as well? If they're
True.
looking at, we gave them the job and they're now riding high because, you know, they think
Yeah,
they got the
their
job.
job,
They suck at the
so-
job, so we can underpay them. You know, what happens if the whole diversity thing is just a cover up for these jobs? Yeah.
Like that. It's a hard topic.
Yeah.
And so this
Then they
is-
become
this is-
replaceable.
This is kind of random, and I don't know if it's tied in. But if you're in the Des Moines public schools, if you are a minority or something like that, it's almost impossible for you to open enroll. Once they have that diversity in their public school systems, they will do everything in their power to make sure that you stay in those systems because they get government money for having the percentage.
Oh my god.
And I would assume, and I don't know for sure,
I'm pretty sure like
I would
Chicago's
assume
the
that's
same
the
way for,
same-
like, private schools and stuff.
but I'm assuming that's companies as well.
That's-
Depending their
probably get
affiliation and
funding.
whatnot.
Not funding, but like tax breaks and tax
That's
cuts.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That shit's whack.
Yeah.
It's a very hard topic. Like,
And
to
not
dive into.
not that I have experience with that either, because I that type of stuff hasn't crossed my mind or I've been worried about. But I don't know, the overall job of the overall idea of a company is that it's an entry level position, but we want 3 years of an experience. It's
Right.
guys, it's how do you
$15 an hour to do it?
Yeah.
$12 an hour to do it?
guys, I get that, but it's I don't know how you can explicitly say in an interview that I'm a junior level developer or something without so they X you right away. They're oh, this person has no experience in X. That's especially in the IT world, it's these entry level developer positions, entry level sysadmin positions,
You have to
whatever
know
they
someone.
are. You have to know someone, yeah, for sure.
That's the biggest thing, you have to know
but
someone.
I think you have to somewhere along the way be like, guys, I'm a junior level, like I'm young and ready to learn, but that's like the toughest thing because it's like I'm in support right now and like I don't want to be in support for the rest of my life because
That's fair.
it gets old. Like I want to get, and it's like there's these positions that open up that are entry level, quote unquote, and it's like I can learn these skills. I have proven that I can learn these. Like I'll pick these up. You literally just have to give me a
Right.
chance for me to get in there. Like
yeah, they don't want to see potential. They want to see numbers.
exactly.
Everything's numbers driven anymore, honestly.
Yep.
I remember seeing some dude tweeted out, he's like, I'm looking for a job right now, and this person is asking for a developer. It was a developer job.
Yep.
And they're asking for someone with 5+ years of experience in a coding language that has only been out for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't remember what
Yep.
the language was, but it was like, it's straight up like,
I believe it.
I feel like a lot of the times it's just upper management that doesn't know how these things work, and they just tack an arbitrary number. 5 years is a good amount of experience, entry level job.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fucked, man.
Do you see that at all, Chris?
For me, like in my career choice,
Mr. Plant Man.
a little bit, because I almost didn't get my job because I didn't really have any experience. And then it might have been because I knew someone, or it might have been because I've done like diversity of what I've done. I don't know, man. All I know is I got the job.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's what
I think it's definitely hard in the design world as well. Like most people like want you to have a lot of experience, like
Yeah.
which is hard. But like I never had an internship, and when I was getting interviewed for where I work now, he was literally like, okay, well, you're fresh out of college, like have a degree in, this awesome design major. He's like, why haven't you gotten a job yet? I'm like,
That's a good question.
yeah, I was like,
That's
dude.
why I'm here, fam.
Yeah, I was like, man, no one's giving me a chance yet,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
So it does kind of suck, like, when, like, being a woman and people are like, oh, like, it must help so much that you're a girl, like, in, like, industrial design. I don't think there's a whole lot of women. Like, there wasn't in our major. In our, like, class of 64 people, I think there were 18 women.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's a fair amount.
It is a
it's
fair
not
amount.
half, but it's at least a quarter.
But I wouldn't say that in maybe that industrial design is like strictly meant like computer science, software engineering. That's like 99.999% dudes.
Right.
When I was in mechanical engineering, you remember
Same thing,
our
yeah.
calc class?
Yeah.
Or our engineering class, that there was that one
At
girl.
DMAC.
Yeah, DMAC. There was
Morgan.
Morgan.
Okay, well,
Morgan.
let's take it from her perspective then. She probably gets told all the time, like, oh, you're a woman in a, a male-dominated,
It's
major. I'm sure you're going to get tons of job offers because you are a woman. Like, or I could be getting these job offers because I can
She was a
do-
mega genius.
Yeah,
she
because
was.
I can do
she
the
was very
work.
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
and
just
it's
kind of sucks because people, like, undermine you for your gender rather than, like, what you can do.
Yeah.
and that's
You
why
know?
you need to hire off of skill. And that's the thing too. I've realized, like, when you look at charts and graphs and the actual data, like, women
Data.
very clearly lean towards different types of like jobs and careers than men do. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But at the same
No.
time, we also have to, like, I'm not saying we should totally just say, oh, women don't belong in this field. We need to make sure that they have the opportunity to succeed. But there also becomes a point where, like, I feel like there's a lot of women that get pushed into these things because people tell them, like, oh, if you want to succeed and you want to show people up, you have to do this.
Like STEM stuff? Or
Yeah,
like-
STEM stuff. So they're like
Nurses.
nursing.
I mean-
Nursing's huge. It's like
what I'm saying.
90-something%.
I believe that.
women.
Yeah.
I
and-
could never.
But
I don't have the
and
skill
they're
for that
or like
shit.
being teachers as well. Teachers
Yeah.
is another big one, and it's one of those things that, like, I'm all for women doing what they want to do, but for the love of God, and it comes back to this whole diversity, getting diversity quotas and putting people because we want to seem diverse. Like, just let people do what they want to do. If a majority of women want to go into nursing programs, let them.
Yeah. Don't try to. Yeah.
Or
That-
the
what I'm
dude
trying to
wants
say
to
is-
go on a nursing
Yeah.
program.
Let
Fuck,
'em.
like,
Yeah,
let him.
I'm just trying to, like, don't force people into doing things like, oh, well, you want to do this, you should probably just do mechanical engineering because of diversity, and you'll show them, you
You'll
know,
have an easy time getting a job.
like, no, like, they, like,
I don't know, if I were to run a company, I want people that know how to do their
Exactly.
work.
I feel like that's kind of the situation I ran into because when I went to college, like starting out, I always told people like I want to design cars, and I always got told engineering. It was always engineering. Design? Oh, you mean like art and architecture? That's a girl's thing. It wasn't like to that extent, but it was kind of frowned upon. It was like that's you won't get a degree with an like artsy degree. And then once I found out what industrial design is, I'm like, this is literally what I want to do. It's more or less engineering without the math.
Yeah.
It's more on the design side. That's more or less what it is. I'm like, goddamn, dude. Like,
Goddamn.
Hot damn, goddamn.
It's 2019, but here we are.
2019.
current year.
Heavy shit.
Captain's log.
It's
October, what was it,
23rd.
23rd?
current year.
2019.
People suck.
Yep.
Yeah.
World's fucked.
Yeah, dude.
Riots going on everywhere. When's America gonna start rioting?
Dude, I don't know. Hong Kong actually just got the first of their 5 things passed. The or it wasn't extradition, whatever. They have the list of the 5 things. They're like, we want these 5 things, nothing more, nothing less.
Did you guys?
The first thing got passed. So I think it was the big thing, basically saying the 2 countries, or 1 country, 2 like governments or programs. I can't remember off the top of my head. So Hong Kong is now all that protesting worked. Woo. They are now theoretically.
But at what cost?
China.
That was crazy.
China.
We're gonna get banned in China.
China banned all NBA games.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, hell yeah.
They're not playing NBA at all,
Mhm.
and that's the NBA's biggest market.
Oh yeah. Like 1.1
China
billion
loves
people.
NBA basketball.
1.1 billion potential customers there.
1.1 bill.
Yeah. Potential watchers.
It's crazy.
That's not everyone in China. That's just potential people to watch NBA. That is, to put that in perspective, America as a whole, all 50 states and surrounding regions that
almost tripled.
320 million people in America.
Yeah.
So yeah, almost
1.1 billion. Yeah, almost tripled.
Almost tripled for the
more than tripled.
Yeah.
Of the world's
More than tripled. It's almost quadrupled. If it was
No,
1.
it's not quadruped.
300
1.1, yeah, maybe whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. How many times does 3 go into 12?
Enough.
4.
4
So it's almost quadrupled we'll say tripled just for, ease of all this. Tripled.
Quadruple. Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of damn people.
So if you peg a third of that market, you now have every citizen of the United States watching NBA. Everyone. We're talking 98-year-old senile motherfuckers and fresh out the womb babies
Wow.
watching NBA.
NBA.
It's nutty.
And that's why all these people are going nuts and trying to get into China. It's ridiculous. But at the same time, you have to deal with Chinese censorship, Chinese stealing intellectual property, the surveillance, the treatment of people, the concentration camps they're running. Nah, man. It's not worth
Just
it.
got ourselves banned.
That's
Good.
all right.
Good. Free Hong Kong.
Fuck the Chinese government.
So, can we just get a sneak peek of how we're going to be belligerent on November 1st? Can we just kind of...
I guess to wrap this up, next Friday...
November 1st.
And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it on the next podcast
Yeah.
too. I'm sure because it's. Are you guys
Be the day
itching?
before.
Are you guys itching to drink at all?
Not really.
A little
No.
bit.
Are you? I think I am too.
I just want to get a beer and some wings, or just have a beer.
Dude,
and a
that sounds so
burger.
good right now.
Yeah.
Seriously, just going to dinner and having an alcoholic beverages,
that's
no
what I
matter what it
said.
is. Yeah, it's so nice.
Another
to just
thing. Oh, sorry to interrupt.
Go for it.
So
Yeah.
my parents went to Massachusetts.
Okay.
My uncle.
You guys have family out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her cousin, my somewhat uncle, whatever the family tree works, he makes his own blueberry wine. My mom brought me some. I was like, oh, here on October 2nd. I'm like, I have to wait.
Do
but
you have the bottle? Is it a bottle?
I have the bottle.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Then
so I
you're
have
good.
6 bottles of wine waiting. I have some bottles of rum, tequila.
No.
You,
Do
like,
you have
don't
bottles
have a
on
ton of
lock? You have
alcohol.
bottles just
Yeah,
ready to
I
go?
got alcohol already.
Well,
Yeah.
you have a ton of beer. But
Oh,
not-
we have plenty of liquor as well.
I think I'm gonna start
Got a handle of
dabbling
Oh,
because
that's true.
I think I'm just gonna start drinking whiskey a lot.
Hell yeah. Join
Just
us.
How old are
straight
you?
up whiskey, bro.
Yeah,
We
No,
went
it's
straight
quarter
from-
life crisis.
Well,
not
yeah, we
real
went
life.
straight through quarter life to 3/4 life crisis there.
Let me tell you a little something.
Oh boy,
But,
tell me.
Every time that I've had a couple just whiskey drunk nights, and You get fucking drunk.
Yeah.
I know.
You get drunk.
It's
Do you
Smash
think?
it,
Do you
baby.
think like tolerance is gonna be like super low
Oh,
after a month? Like
maybe.
one drink, you're gonna be gone.
Probably 2 3 drinks. And I'm like, ooh, shit.
Dude,
Oh,
we're slamming
Chris,
boots
I don't
at
think-
Hessen House.
I don't think Chris has ever built a tolerance. If I'm honest. I think when it comes down to it, Zombie
Yeah.
Chris is always alive and doing
Oh,
really
for sure.
well.
Dude,
for
you went-
about
you almost
30
went-
seconds.
You almost went zombie Chris the night we were playing Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you did. I
You
I
fell
think I
down my
probably did,
steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you fell down Mitch's stairs.
What?
Do you remember
Why
that?
did I see that?
When
You-
we played,
you heard
when
it. We were
drank
playing-
and drive.
Oh, we were
yeah,
playing
fuck,
drink and
I
drive,
did.
and all of a sudden I just
We
hear
did- okay.
boom, blah, blah, blah,
Hey,
blah. I'm
for
like,
everybody to know on the podcast, we did not drink and drive. We were
Yeah, we-
playing
Mario
we all
Mario
lined
Kart.
up
Yes.
on a road, got in our vehicles. Every single last person
No.
here was piss blast drunk, got
Lie.
in our cars, started
were-
the cars, and drove them.
Lie.
We played the Mario Kart game, drinking and driving, where you play a video game and you drink and you
Yes.
drive. You were hammered.
I was hammered. Yep.
You fell down the stairs.
A little bit. I think so. But I went for a
Only a
walk
couple
with,
steps.
with Denver.
Yeah.
We talked about D&D and stuff.
I've
shit
not
like-
seen Denver in a while. That was
Yeah,
good.
we'll have to have him on sometime.
Came
Yeah.
back, took a piss, went back home,
Yep.
passed out.
Yeah, Chris likes to get boozy.
I know he
Yeah,
does,
you
dude.
Betcha.
The one time him and that's a whole nother. We'll have to
Oh,
have a.
liquor.
Oh,
We'll have to have a whole. Maybe that'll be our
with
first.
Denver, dude.
With Denver.
We'll have to have a podcast. The first one back.
Blackout stories, dude.
Just drinking stories. the
Drinking
whole
stories?
podcast of drinking
Yeah.
stories.
Yup.
Once and we'll drink during that.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
God.
Hey, you got
So wait, what are we
got
doing
the
for Mitch's
goods?
birthday?
Now, what are we?
We
What's
can't
the
announce our
plan?
plans to the world.
Dude,
Why
I
not?
They'll come crash my birthday party.
Friday
The more the
night.
merrier.
Friday night. I think we just
Yeah.
have to be belligerent. I think you could have probably all stay at my place.
I still haven't
I'll
seen it.
stay.
So.
I'll
Yeah.
stay somewhat sober. I'll take care of this kid.
Oh yeah, you can take that. But yeah,
Mhm.
y'all still gotta check out the crib, bro. It's the
For
setup.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Friday night, get a couple boots at the German bar, Hessen
Mhm.
House.
Mm-hmm.
And see
Dressing
what
up,
the dressing up. Yeah, I gotta
Dressing-
figure out what my
Ooh.
costume is gonna be.
Oh,
that kinda
dressing up,
dressing
dressing
up.
up.
Because it's
Oh.
the day after Halloween. I mean,
Yeah,
Halloween.
do you? Is it the weekend before or the weekend after?
After. It's
After.
Thursday, so
do you think
it's
it's
closer.
no? But yeah, when is the
My
proper-
I
birthday-
don't know.
my
when do
birthday's
people
on
dress
Halloween.
up?
When do people?
So-
well, yeah, when do people
Are we
dress
dressing
up?
up the weekend before the weekend?
Weekend
after?
after.
what's,
Weekend
what's all the
after.
bar crawls?
Like
What's all
this
the
weekend or next weekend?
A lot of the bar crawls are the weekend before because
So
it's
yeah,
still in
I think this. I
October.
feel like the zombie bar
Exactly.
crawl is this weekend in
But
Ames.
that's
Ooh.
just
Oh,
be.
nice.
But
I never.
I don't know,
that stuff's
maybe.
bogus. I hated the zombie bar.
Yeah.
I
crawls
did
all the
it.
time.
I went to a bar.
Oh.
I spent more time on my shirt, making my shirt, than I was at the bar.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
yeah.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
but
My shirt was kick ass.
I was born on Halloween, so
Hell
I
of a
make
zombie.
all the rules for Halloween.
I'll show
That's
you.
how this works.
Oh.
You make all the
Jack
wait,
Yes.
what?
I make all the rules. for
Bro,
Halloween.
yeah,
Ellington.
I'm
It's
still
my day.
dressed up. What are they gonna not let me in the bar because I dressed up as Stitch? You know,
Yeah, I know, right?
like,
I'm
like
just
yeah.
in a onesie.
yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing too. Like one
No,
that
some bars in downtown Des Moines have a dress code.
They
They
do.
do.
yeah, can't wear joggers.
No joggers. Was
Yeah.
I? Yeah, it was me, you, and Sam.
Yeah,
right? And who else
Sam
was
Bone
there?
and Cam. I
That
don't
was
know.
So
Honor
funny,
may have
dude.
been with us that night
Somebody, yeah, and this kid. No, it was nighttime.
It
It
was,
was like.
it was
too. And we were with
Were you
quite a
with
few
us too?
people.
I was, and I was like, well, I guess I'll just go.
Yeah,
if
don't
you
tell me
can't
my
have,
shirt wasn't cool.
if you can't
That
have
is cool.
joggers.
That
Yeah,
is cool.
that's
Yep.
cool.
Oh.
Yep. That is
Yeah.
I
dope.
just tooted.
Oh, excellent.
But yeah, next Friday we'll talk about it on the next podcast too.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
And maybe some Ouija.
I'm not touching that thing.
Come on, man.
No.
Have
we
you never?
should.
I don't fuck with Ouija boards. You know how I was talking with you guys?
I
like,
did that in like 8th grade.
I don't. You know,
Mitch,
I didn't
I don't.
care.
hates that. We did that in the remember when like Sarah G and those girls were doing it in the middle of a cemetery?
Yeah, they did it in the
dude?
middle of a cemetery on
Oh,
someone's
yeah.
grave. Like, yeah.
No, it wasn't on someone's.
I thought it was like on top of
no.
like yeah. It was.
But we were
on
all
s-
free. But it's the same thing as like
I wasn't there for that.
it was like the same thing as like the like axe murder house, Willis
yeah.
axe murder house,
Yeah.
where you kind of just freak yourself out, so
Mhm.
you just start seeing shit and like.
Hearing
People start
shit.
screaming and then you're
Yeah,
you're
it's like-
freaked out. You start screaming like.
Yeah.
See, my
I've been in houses.
my thing is with
I've been in
that.
abandoned houses like that.
Yeah, Mitch
Yeah.
hates,
No, like,
hates the Ouija board,
Dude.
dude.
My thing is here, like, to wrap this whole entire podcast up with the whole like things I don't fuck with, like, you know, I said this on the last podcast. Do I believe in ghosts and spirits? Not really, but like, doesn't mean I'm gonna go around
Am I
fucking
taking that
looking for
chance?
them. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Am I
I'm not gonna
taking
be
that
like,
chance.
yeah, let's go ahead and start poking bears here. Like,
Hell
no, like,
yeah.
you know what? I don't care that it's made by Hasbro and you can buy it at Walmart.
my-
I don't care. Not touching the thing with the 10-foot pole.
Things I
Alright.
don't fuck with. A
Do we think
podcast
it's
by
real?
the
Do you think a
quarter-life
Ouija board
crisis.
is real?
I'm gonna have to wait for like another
Okay.
episode to get
Oh,
into
okay.
that.
All right,
I could
so-
rant for hours, probably,
Yeah,
maybe.
this has been going on for a while.
Yeah,
It's
with this-
10:30.
Yeah.
We started at like
Fine, we'll
a
rant
little
about
after
Ouija
9.
boards next week on
Next
the next
week.
week podcast.
You
We'll-
show up with a Ouija board and toss that shit out the
All right,
window.
so we're also talking about next podcast for a special shout out. We have to talk about Halloween parties because I think I
Okay.
threw probably the best Halloween party that ever was.
Mitch's
but-
birthday. That Halloween
Mitch's
party.
birthday?
With Cedar.
well, all Halloween
Trip Street?
parties.
Well,
are-
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the you know the
But
one
the-
I'm talking
the
Yeah,
about.
the one
Cedar-
where Blake crowd surfed in the.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the one.
that the one.
That's the one. All right, so we'll just wrap this baby up. Sober October is continuing. We're all doing strong,
Going strong.
which is
Yeah.
How you
dope.
guys doing on your numbers?
we're good.
Oh yeah.
Good.
We're good to go. I think we're all gonna make the 50. I don't
Mm.
know.
Oh, for sure.
I'll be done soon.
I sure hope someone puts me out of my misery if I don't make the 50.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I
I
got
got you.
8.5.
I'm kidding.
If you don't make your 50, you have to go the whole month of November sober.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, dude, that's easy. I'll be done tomorrow.
we
man.
Nolan is running
50 miles tomorrow.
8.44 miles
Yep,
tomorrow.
tomorrow,
Or 3-4
guaranteed.
miles. There we go.
Yeah, we didn't really.
We didn't have
ever-
like a prize to win or anything or any like
Yeah.
shame.
Yeah, we really didn't do
Shame.
anything, guys.
Yeah.
We'll have to start thinking of something.
The last week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like if you don't make your numbers, you're sober.
You're sober?
November,
Yeah.
And no,
Wow.
not November.
I know that would
and
drive
that
me
means
insane.
Thanksgiving with your families.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh
boy.
God, yeah.
Yep.
I had to be drunk for that.
Exactly.
I'm legitimately
I would like to
kind
put
of.
out there, I love my family. I do not have to be drunk around them. But
I love my family too.
I'm
But I'm
kind
gonna be drunk around.
of. We're gonna be hammered. But I saw that meme that the whole girl that's like sober October, and then she's like bender till December, and I'm like,
Oh,
that's
God.
accurate. That's
Oh.
accurate.
Alright then.
no
But
thanks.
I don't know. We'll just wrap this up.
Yeah. So yeah, Twitter handles right behind us.
Check us out, please.
Check us out for those people that are just listening. It's at the C&N podcast, but that actually will be changing here
Yes.
pretty soon.
We'll tweet something out, right?
Yeah, we'll be sending some stuff out. We're going through what I would consider a rebranding phase here.
Gotta get those numbers.
We have some new recording stuff. This episode's gonna be kind of weird for people who are watching it because we're running
Did
into
it-
some.
did it stop recording?
It did stop recording over
Sick.
there.
Love it.
But
That's all right.
you,
You can still hear us.
Work in progress.
yeah, we're having some camera issues, but the listening is still perfectly fine. That's what
Oh,
matters.
it's beautiful.
Ooh, baby.
I'd say it's beautiful.
But yeah, we're going. So hopefully by November, our first November podcast,
Ooh.
everything will be set in stone. We'll have a new name.
Let's get it.
We'll have this hopefully all set up, the new camera like ready to go,
Yep.
and we'll be
like
churning out not only podcasts but videos for the podcast every week.
Whoop.
So
And then merch.
And then
Yes.
merch. That's the new
Whoa.
phase
Selling shirts,
for
sweaters.
sure.
yeah,
Let's get
if
on
we
it.
can get those
Hats.
South Park avatars, I didn't see anything that said we couldn't use
Oh
those.
damn, we're sneak peek.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right. Yeah. I mean, it's your boy, Nolan Miller. Thank you for listening to the podcast, and I'm joined with these wonderful
Oh,
and Taylor. Thank
and
you for
Taylor.
joining.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you
No
for joining us, Taylor.
And come
We'll have to
talk
come.
with us.
Yeah, you'll have to come on again. This was a
Women's
lot of
please
fun.
do.
Perspective Part
Mhm.
2.
Or talk about like your photography or something.
Yeah.
Something.
So, yeah, shameless
Yeah.
plug.
Yeah, I'm Mitch Garrett.
I'm Chris Sims. Follow me on Twitch at,
Ooh.
at Cozy Bear Air.
This shameless
We're
plug.
gonna do
Cozy
some-
Bear Error. I
Error.
feel like you say that terribly every
R-R-R.
time.
Cozy
Are we
Bear.
twitching tomorrow?
Yes, we are twitching tomorrow. Slenderman.
Oh, here we go.
That's one thing I didn't mess with, the
The
Slender Man.
original.
I don't
AP.
do good with like
Oh,
pop-up
boy.
stuff,
Down, I'm
no.
so
I
down.
actually did like 5 minutes of it today. I was like, fuck, I can't
God,
do it. I
can't
gotta
do
wait.
jump scare stuff.
Hell yeah.
I
So, yeah.
hate that game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thank you for tuning in, everyone. Keep listening.
And remember, stay sober, stay strong,
Stay sober.
Drinking is
stay,
very
stay
bad.
sharp.
Okay, drinking it very bad. Okay.
Later.
Later.
Can't wait to get fucking drunk.